From Black Haven to Orange Mound, East Memphis and downtown, North Memphis, South Memphis, and Riverside. Big Memphis, we live. This is Cut The Malarkey Radio on Bumpin 96.3 FM.
Welcome back to Cut The Malarkey Radio, man. We got a very special guest in the building, Mr. Jarard Kenneth, multi-talented R&B singer, podcaster, writer, producer, engineer.
Hey, it's a more on there. Entrepreneur, master. You know what I'm saying?
The man of many titles.
Oh,
my brother.
And the musical polyglot. There you go.
Well, okay. I'm about to say that's because I ain't got the money to be paying all these people to do all this other stuff for me. So it's you gotta do it yourself.
You know, hey,
you feel me?
We've seen and been there before, my brother. But you know what?
Yeah.
Sometimes it just takes that extra little touch that only we can hear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely right. So for the people that are new to Mr. Jarard Kenneth, man, give us 3 things about yourself that would kind of give them some insight on you, on who you are.
I'll start it like this. I'm born and raised out of Saginaw, Michigan. That's the place where Stevie Wonder is originally from as well. So Saginaw, Michigan. Yeah. Stevie Wonder. So yeah, Saginaw, Michigan. Well, we talked about it offline real quick, but I did serve in the Army. That's something y'all might not have known. And well, y'all could probably find this out. Let me see what else. I did I used to do mixed martial arts at one point. Right before I moved to Texas. Yeah.
That's dope.
That's about it.
What kind of mixed martial arts were you into, man?
So for me, what my coach had me doing, well, one, my base was wrestling because I used to wrestle in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So my main base was wrestling, and then we did jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, and boxing. So that was like my 4 core that they had us like in. So with me doing wrestling, it helped me, and that was one of the things my coach. His name is Merritt Warren. He's out of Kentucky. I used to live in Kentucky. That was my last duty station years ago. But he was like, either if you have a good base, as far as like stance base, if it was like wrestling or boxing, then like you were good to go. Like from that point going forward. So my base before I even moved to Kentucky was wrestling. So I didn't fight that many times. He had me fight twice, and then like life was happening. I ended up moving to Texas. But I remember I kept asking him, I was like, yo, coach, when am I gonna fight? He said, I'll let you know when you're ready. I was sitting there sparring with my teammate. It was this one cat, he's like a few years younger than me. He's like a teenager when I met him, I think. He's either a teenager or he was in his early 20s. Buddy kicked me in my mouth. I was like, oh. And so he was like, you good? I was like, nah, man, I'm straight. Let's keep going. No, for real. And so my coach was like, all right, you ready now? Because he wanted to see how I was going to react getting hit in the face or getting kicked in the face. My man hit the meanest spinning back kick in my face, bro. That mug was so clean.
I
backed up a little
welcome
bit.
to it.
Yeah. And he's like, all right, you ready? We're going to go ahead. My first match, my opponent, he was overweight, so they ended up making it a kickboxing match. I kicked that dude so many times in the chest. Bro, it was so much fun. Now, sadly, the second match I actually lost, the official mixed martial arts match. I lost in the second round because I actually kind of freaked out. I forgot to block the rear naked choke. It was something we always trained. And I was going with my base. I was, you know what I'm saying, ground and pound. I should have listened more to my coach. They were just like, I had him on the ground. I took him down. Dude was bigger than me. He was like taller than me, but he lost a lot of weight. And I was like, why are you fighting me? Bro, you like 6'4". This don't make any sense. So, but I took Buddy down, and they told me that I should have kept welling on him, but I let him back up. Because I was like, I could take him down anytime I wanted to because I could wrestle. So my base was straight. My hands are good. I can block. I can throw kicks, all that good stuff. And you taller than me. All I'm going to do is just duck down and sweep your legs and take you down again because it takes too much time for you to bend over and get me, but it don't take time for me to do a double. I had to get that real quick.
Hey, you gotta get yourself in order, man.
Right. But it don't take long for me to get a double leg takedown on him because I'm short. I'm 5'5".
Right.
So you about like 6'2", 6 foot. So it's easy for me to drop down quick and sweep him from his legs and take him down. So but I should have listened to my coaches. And they were just like, whatever. So he got me in a rear naked choke, and I just stood up. Like, I laughed about it. I was like, yep, I just lost. And I smiled about it, and I just tapped my leg because I didn't have enough time to like block it.
Yeah.
So I just sat there and I was like, dang. And I laughed, tapped, and then that was it. I ended up a little bit after that, I ended up moving to Texas. Now the fun fact behind that is like a few weeks prior to that, I had got bit by a brown recluse.
Oh.
So I'm already a small person.
To play with.
No. So I'm already a small person. I lost like 10 pounds. And I was like, bro, what am I, 15 all over again? So I was trying to gain my weight back. I was still like halfway sick as a dog, and I was still training to fight this guy.
Yeah.
So the first round I did pretty well. Second round I was just like, messed up, crap.
So was this your last fight that you ever had? That
was my last fight, my first and last official mixed martial arts fight. Because I ended up moving to Texas like a few months after that. And I met a guy that I met when I was fighting. He moved to Texas. Like, it was weird. Real cool cat. And we would train, just outside, go train in the park or something like that and just throw hands and, just to stay in shape.
Yeah.
And then I ended up moving to San Antonio, and I found a school there. But by that point, I was just like, I don't want to fight. I just wanted to stay in shape. Because at that point, I'm starting all over more or less. I was about to get married. I'm divorced now, but I was about to get married, and I was just like, I ain't got time for that. I just wanted to just stay in shape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they were still trying to get me to fight, and I was like, nah, I'm okay. And it wasn't like a shock from like losing, because it is what it is. It ain't like I got, you know what I'm saying, like pummeled or whatever. Yeah. But I was just like, nah, I just wanted to just stay in shape. And this old head was like, nah, man, look how young you are. I was like, dude, I'm like, at this time I was like 35. I was like, no, bro, I just want to stay in shape. These dudes are like they younger than me. I can spar with them to help them get where they need to get. But I was like, I'm not fighting. No, he was trying to get me to fight, like for their school. And I was just like, I don't want to.
Yeah, I had already to fight, man.
No. I mean, my thing is, I actually enjoy fighting. I'm short, so I'm like, anybody trying me, I'm like, let's fight. I love to fight, but no.
So you want to smoke? Man. I do too.
Like you trying me? Yeah, I do too. Like you trying me? Yeah, especially if you're real tall. Like if you're real tall, I'm short. You trying me? What's up?
Yeah, right. And that was always my thing. Like, I don't like bullies. And that's always been the thing. I don't have like a short man complex. Like, I've been really like, ain't nothing I can do about my height. Mm. My dad's taller than me. My younger brother's like 6'2", 6'4". My dad, I'm the oldest. And my dad was like, sorry, son, I tried. I was like, I understand.
Did the best I could.
He was like, I did the best I could. So, but my mother is 4'11" or 4'10". So she was just like, that was that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So.
Yeah. So, hey, man. So, I heard that you've been singing since you was like 4 years old, man. I want to know.
Yes.
What was that memory what was that thing in your life around that time that just made your mind click and say, hey, I really want to do this. Like, I want to be a singer.
It was my mom, actually. My mother is a singer. And so it kind of like made sense. So she put me in this children's choir. And I remember this lady, her name is Miss Terry Davis. And that's an interesting story with them, because I ended up being friends with her nephew later on as a teenager. And he played a part of me doing songwriting and doing production. So it's like really a lot full circle. So I was cool with her son, and we were like kids. And so she started out the choir. My mom would send me over to their house for children's choir at 4. She would play the flute. She would say, sing these notes. And she would play the flute. And we would hear the notes and sing the note. Right. And then my mother, when I was like 7, she was like, let me see if you can sing for real. So she hit some note and it's like, can you sing this note? And I hit, my daughter does that now at like 3. Well, she's 4 now. She just turned 4. She's been trying to pick up notes and sing and make up her own stuff since she was like 1 or 2. So my mom was like, hit this note. I sing the same note. She's like, all right. Cause she was now the choir director. So she's like, you're gonna be in the choir. So from going forward, she had me lead and stuff and all that good stuff. So I was like, I had fun singing, but it didn't really click Well, it clicked a little bit, like singing in choir and singing at church and singing in high school and middle school and stuff like that. But it really didn't click until I went to a different state. We had went to this youth church thingy. Now, the man, he passed now, but it was Bishop Eddie Long. I don't know if you guys know about what
I've
happened
heard of
to him.
Eddie Long.
Yeah,
Eddie Long was even on the Luda
man.
album, wasn't he?
No, probably.
I think he was on the Luda album on the
probably. If it was Welcome to Atlanta, probably. Yeah. Like that era, but yeah, this is before we found out the other weird stuff that Buddy was doing. So this is like the early 2000s. I'm about like 16. So my church back home in Saginaw, Michigan, we go to Atlanta, and well, that was something else.
I know that laugh. We all know that. We know that.
Boy, listen, if it was not for my youth pastors, I'd have got some chick pregnant up down there.
Man,
I'm telling you that it was on. It was finna be, bruh. It was this. I remember her face. It was this thick little light skinned chick. I said, "Oh, yes, in church." Yeah. No,
but hey, in his defense,
that's what they did.
That's what they did.
That's what I know. I know that for sure. I'm still in church. Church women are freaks. I'm 40. Church women are freaks. I know that for a fact. I ain't gonna lie about that. Now, some of them still got their head on straight, but some of them, like, they with it, like, for real. So, but as a kid, I got basically had my youth pastors not like stepped outside, that she would have got pregnant. That was for sure. That chick was fine. I was like, and she was thick, and I was in the South. I was like, oh, this is a dream come true. I was like, say less. And this is in a height of like Southern hip hop being a big thing, and them showing us like Southern culture, because I'm from, what I'm saying, the Northeast or the Midwest or whatever they call it now. So like we had some cute shorties and stuff like that. But it was day and night.
It's different. That's different.
It's day and night. Yeah, you feel me? And I was like, oh, this is just like the music videos we see on BET. Say the tip drill, say.
I was just about to say that.
In person. Live in person.
What my credit card is?
So, no, listen, I was trying to show it was her. I kind of remember their faces a little bit. It was like 3 chicks, but that main chick, I stepped outside. Now, mind you, so backtracking, I sung this song. And the way that these mugs screamed, it was not a church scream. It was a B2K pandemonium scream tour scream in church.
Let me see your chest.
Yo,
I
thought to myself, I said, I know I can sing. But I was like, they screamed a different way. And that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, I really want to do this. And I was already singing and stuff with my friends, but I was like, nah, I really want to do this.
With the
This is it. You know what? I've heard a couple singers say that, like they you know what I'm saying, was doing something else, but then when they started singing, and they heard the girls scream, they was like, oh man, this is what I want to do, because I like their reaction.
It's different. Now, mind you, the difference between me and these other like well-known singers is that I didn't have any connections, like at all. You know what I'm saying? So, like back home in Saginaw, there are so many talent. And sadly, I hate to say it like this, I look at my hometown as the city of broken dreams. That's how I look at it. Because you got Detroit, you got Flint. So many people came from Michigan. I mean, shoot, from Stevie Wonder to Madonna. Madonna's from Michigan. You know what I'm saying? She's from like Grand Rapids or something like that. No, either Grand Rapids or Bay City. One of the two. But she's originally from Michigan. White girl. Makes sense to me. Bro, it's some weird white people back home. So it makes sense for her to be the way she is, bro.
Michigan got a very distinctive sound. Like, you can hear something and say, yeah, this from Michigan. This from Flint. You know what I mean?
Ready for the World. It's from Flint. You see what I'm saying? So you got all these different. I'm trying to see who else is from. It's in a gospel arena. Her name is Jessica Reedy. She's from Saginaw, Michigan. Her older brother, he was like my upperclassman in the 9th grade, and I was singing with them as a kid. So it's a lot of different. It's so much talent, man. I mean, shoot, Slum Village, Dwelle, that's Detroit. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? That type of sound. There's another group. They did hip hop. I can't think of their name. I just remember the song. With D12, no, but it was another. It's an older group. I just remember it's like there ain't no future in your frontin', and I can't think of their name.
That man just said Dwelle, and you came after Dwelle with D12, bro.
No, but it was a rap group because it was a rap group, so it's fair.
He said a rap group.
Yeah, I can't think of it. It's like ain't no future in your front, no more money, more. I remember the song, but they were from Michigan. I think they're from like Flint. I can't think of their names, but it was like a really unique name. But we got a lot of talent, man. We got a lot of talent.
I'm curious.
And then some people, they just, but I look at it like we're just
look it up. Look it up.
You know me.
No, please, because I might have to stand corrected. But I remember that group. They were from Michigan. But as far as Saginaw is concerned, I say it's the city of broken dreams because it's like only a select few make it out of Saginaw and become very like, you know what I'm saying? Some people, they just leave the city and the state just because we want a better life. You know what I'm saying? It was like a reverse migration from the South. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad's side, they're all from Alabama. My mom's side, they're from Tennessee. They're from Memphis, right?
Oh,
so that's another story. I might have to. I'm going to ask y'all a question. I'm not going to ask online. I'm going to ask y'all offline because I got to do some family research, and I'd rather ask offline.
You from Memphis? You ain't got to worry about it. You from Memphis?
No, I gotta. There's a particular
Memphis.
Yeah, no, there's a particular family member that I want to talk to y'all about, at least the last name. So I'm gonna talk about it offline.
All right.
Because but aside from that, my mother and them, they are from Memphis, Tennessee, and they migrated from there and moved to Michigan. So, but yeah, it's so many talented people, man. And some people either they move and just go out about their life, or the streets, the hoes, something calling. No, for real.
I got hoes.
Listen, there was this guy. Listen, Saginaw was so bad, even in the 90s, in the early 2000s. I can't think of his name, but he used to wrestle. He was an older dude. It was my coach's really good friend. He was hollering at some chick back home. This is back when I was a teenager. My man got shot and killed for hollering at somebody else's chick. Yep. Can I say the N-word?
Oh, you good. You good.
Okay. Them niggas was wildin'. Them niggas was wildin'. I'm like, we got some cute chicks back home, but they ain't that cute to be getting killed over.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, at least you probably look good enough, the squabble over what's up, you know what I mean? But
listen, like I can't say I've been around the world, but I lived in different states. I lived in Korea. I live here in Texas. People migrate. Nah, it wasn't worth him getting murdered over that. That's for sure. Man. That's for sure. And I ain't lying about that. I ain't even trying to be funny. I'm not downgrading. And this is just dealing with other black people.
Yeah.
Whoever she was wasn't getting killed over. It's way more badder sisters the further south you go. That I know for sure. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're Black American or you're of the African diaspora, it's some badder shorties. But I guess dude had to prove his love that night, and he murdered that cat. So, but it's so many talented people, and it's either like the streets are calling, or you get caught up with some hoe, or somebody every once in a while somebody get caught up with drugs or something like that. But they're so talented, and and I ain't trying to preach here, but scripture says that your gifts will make room, and they didn't allow their gift to enough time to make room for them. And then they just fell for, you know what I'm saying? Fell for whatever. So yeah. I ain't mean to get all deep, bro.
No, you good, man. So Black Haven Mon, Paper Out Poppy, I think we should jump into this rapid fire real quick. What y'all think?
Oh yeah, bro, let's get it, dog.
You got it?
Oh yeah, bro. You ready? Hey, so look, Jarard, I'm gonna spit something at you, bro. I want you, the first thing come to your head, I want you to say it, all right? I got some questions for you.
Okay.
You ready?
No, but go ahead.
Your favorite R&B album of all time?
Music Soul. Oh, I told you. Music Soul Child. Oh, dang it! I just want to sing.
See, okay, I just want to say, all right. Your go-to late night snack when you're in the studio.
Oh, chocolate chip cookies and a green tea, Arizona green tea.
That's real specific. See, you on your stuff. If you could do a dream collab with any artist, dead or alive, who are you picking?
Oh, definitely Prince and Michael Jackson.
Ooh.
I want both of them to get over whatever they was getting over and do this song with me.
Because, man.
Pause.
Boy.
No, but for real, get over whatever they was getting over and do this song with me.
Oh, man, it's live. What's one song my bad. What's one song you wish that you wrote?
Stronger by Tank.
Oh, that's a jam. I love this.
Yeah.
Jam. You're stranded on the island. 3 albums only. Which albums are those?
Okay. It's gonna be Michael Jackson, Off the Wall. It's going to be Brandy's Blue Full Moon.
Okay.
And then the last one, dang, this is rough. The last one, this is crazy. I might have to go with Robert Glasper, Black Radio, the first one. The very
man.
Oh, that's rough.
See, people don't know about that.
Yeah.
People don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of those.
That's what that made Chris Brown say, "Who the F is Robert Glasper?"
Man.
Listen, it made Chris Brown pissed. It pissed him off. That's
Afro
how
Blue
Robert Glasper is.
Afro Blue.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Top tier.
I appreciate that. You did good, man. You was on point.
Man. Oh man, I was nervous. I didn't know what you was gonna ask me. I was like, okay, let's see.
See, I wasn't gonna do you like that, bro.
Okay. I was worried. I was like, I don't know what you gonna ask me, dog. But yeah, man.
What you got, Pap?
A blank.
Whoa,
that's what I got. A blank.
Bro, it's the ball, bro. It's the ball man do-rag. I'm telling you, it's
tight.
so comfortable and
Hey
relaxing.
man, don't worry about the ball man do-rag.
It's the ball man do-rag.
You trying to give away my secrets right now.
Y'all should have a theme song for that.
Ball man do-rags. Oh yeah, we gotta get one.
Don't worry about it. Things all coming soon.
See, watch.
So
next time y'all have. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you good. Let me talk to you about this, about Full Sail. You got invited back for the Hall of Fame week, which was huge.
Yeah, so I didn't, just to clarify, I didn't get like invited back. It was, everybody gets invited back.
Mm-hmm.
It's just up to you if you want to go, whether you're a current graduate or you're a current student. They encourage everybody that's Full Sail to like come, right? But to show up and show your face and stuff like that. So initially I was talking to a friend of mine in Full Sail alumni, Mr. Watt, Charles Watt, Chris Watt. Just Google Mr. Watt, you're gonna find him. So I was like, man, I'm gonna go by. I was telling him I'm going to South by Southwest. It's in Austin. And he was like, why are you going to that? Why don't you go to Full Sail Hall of Fame week? And I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I might as well. It's a week thing. It might be better to be around other Full Sail graduates and classmates and whoever. I think that's better because, truth be told, a lot of people may not know this, but Full Sail touches a lot of stuff in the entertainment industry. All you gotta do is Google. If you get on. If you just Google, you will find out so many people didn't touch movies, didn't touch albums, Beyonce album. I'm like, I can't make this up. Beyonce albums, Rihanna tracks. There's this guy named Amorphosis. He's Full Sail, but he went to school for like videography, and he ended up doing a track because he likes to make music with Fat Joe. that one sample of Luther Vandross.
Oh,
Dun, dun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 whatever she's saying.
Yeah.
So, but no, but
yeah.
he's Full Sail. And that's just something new, right?
Damn.
That's like within the last maybe like 5 years, if that.
Yeah.
So like we touch a lot of stuff. So he was just like, why don't you go back? Oh, let me take it even. So with that, you got like the guys that, and I might be getting ahead of myself. So me going to Full Sail, I end up meeting like so many people like Leslie Brathwaite or Tremaine Williams. If you guys don't know who Leslie Brathwaite is, he's Full Sail. He graduated back in 1992. He's from New York. He's from the Caribbean. I forgot which island, but he's Caribbean. And he did work from like he's an engineer, audio engineer. He's mixed on Madonna, TLC, Usher, all types of Ludacris, all types of T.I., Ariana. I can't even name everybody. Ariana Grande, Michael Jackson. Oh, the list goes on. Tremaine Williams. I think he's from North Carolina or South. He's from the Carolinas, one of the two Carolinas. And he's actually a couple of months older than me, but he got in the game earlier than me. His first claim to fame, more or less, was working with Hidden Beach, and then being like a mix engineer / producer a little bit for Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. So he's worked with he did some stuff I think for Janet, Mariah Carey, did something for Jill Scott, like all these different people. So Chris was like, go to Hall of Fame week and meet who you gonna meet. And I listened to him. He's older than me. He's like a big brother to me. So he was like, go. And the rest is history, literally. The rest is history. So I'm sorry, I may have got ahead of myself.
I don't know. You good. You good.
No, you're good.
Because Full Sail is in Cali.
No. Full Sail is in Florida. It's in this city town called Winter Park that's right next to Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah. So like
I've heard
Florida,
of Full Sail.
Yeah. But my thing is, I didn't know about Full Sail until 2016. But Full Sail has been around since technically the late 70s. Our founder and owner, his name is Mr. Gary Jones, white dude. He's from the Midwest. He's from Ohio originally. He had this mystery machine of a bus, right? And he would travel around the country, city or state or whatever, teaching people how to mix music. And his peers was looking at him crazy. You teaching people how to mix in this hot bus? Oh, this is going to fail. But then eventually he found himself in Orlando, in Winter Park, bought out a mall, like the whole mall complex, and started building it up from there. And by the 80s, like the 80s and 90s, somewhere around that time, he ended up between that point, he migrated there, started building up the school that way. It got bigger and bigger. They ended up buying this mall. It's like a mall. Like whatever he bought, it used to be a mall. Yeah. So now it's like a college university campus. And he's been doing it since then. Bro, the dude is so cool, man. The dude is so cool. Whenever he walks in and he tells us something really inspirational, we be fighting tears, man. That's like granddad. That's granddad.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, man.
Hey, so hey, man, we've been spinning that. I've been loving the
Something Pretty remix.
Yeah, the Something Pretty remix with Tiffany Evans.
Yeah,
man. We've been spinning it, bro.
I appreciate that. I know for real.
I'm loving it.
Y'all don't. But I appreciate y'all, and I sincerely mean that. Especially in 2025 and the way that radio works, I appreciate y'all for real, and I mean that from my heart. That means a lot.
For sure.
Hey man,
I'm gonna tell you when he first played it, I looked. I said, "Hold on." I called him. Hey man, who's that first song? He was like, "Man, that's Jarard." I said, "What?"
Hey,
from Ty's Live. He was like, "Yes." I was like,
"Yeah."
Oh no, you gotta play that again. You gotta play that again, man. Send me that.
Send me that.
Do y'all have the track? I can send it to y'all directly, so you can have the WAV file. Like I can give it to y'all. Just give me y'all emails. I got you.
Man, I got it on Apple Music.
Okay, well it's too late now. If y'all had asked me sooner, I would have gave you the whole song. Like
you bought it on Apple Music.
I'm about to buy it.
Okay,
Back to
bro.
back.
So look,
I'm like a stream or a buying, whatever, whichever, man.
the reason why I asked, man, I want to know, to get somebody like Tiffany Evans on there, man. I want to know, like, how long did that take to happen, and like, how pumped were you when they, you know what I'm saying? Like, how was you feeling in that moment when you knew you got her on the song, man?
Okay, so again, it's not me being deep. I'm gonna try to tell. I told the story a little bit on my IG, and my TikTok, but literally, and I'm not trying to preach, but it was genuinely a God thing. Like I can't. So basically, there was this other girl that I was trying to reach out to, and she's a phenomenal singer songwriter. She's on the East Coast. I did some work for her through a homegirl of mine like 4 years ago, and I was like, I really wanted to work with her, but just the way life was lifing, it just didn't work out for me. So I was like, well, I'm gonna finally reach out to her. So what actually happened was that I reached out to her on IG. I didn't hear from her for a week. So I'm gonna tell y'all publicly what happened. So this is me being a nerd. I'm like, what's her email? I'm like, as an artist, you got to have some sort of an email. I can't find Shorty's email. I'm like, how do you get in contact if somebody wants to reach out to you? So I was like, well, let me use her tag and maybe that's her email. So that's literally what happened. I wrote her an email the very next week because I waited like a week. So I wrote her an email. It was a professional email. Hey, what are your splits? What is your rate? Because you might not have your own recording equipment like I do. And I was just like, what are your rates? What are your splits? What's your PRO? She hit me with the, I'm traveling right now, but what's the deadline for the album? Right? The album that just came out a couple days ago.
Love languages.
Yeah. And so she's going to be on the last song because I was going to do a new version of an old song I did back in like 2016. And I wanted her to I was going to have her just either sing the whole song herself, but I wrote the song, but I just have her sing it. And I was going to give her like credit. Like I was going to do it like a 50-50 split. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason behind it. Right. So then Shorty basically ghosted me via email. She didn't say nothing else back to me. That same day was June 3rd of this year. The same day, now this is the actual truth. The same day, Tiffany Evans said on her IG, "Hey, I want to work with some independent acts. Y'all slide through." So just keep it a buck. It's business. She's an independent act. It's business, and whether you're mainstream or not, it's still business and it's still money. You still gonna pay somebody to do something, and that's how I looked at it. So I was like, usually you hear something like that, they might be trying to gank you. You know what I mean? But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a chance. So I slid in the DM, was like, yo, what's good? What's for real? I mean, are you for real about this? And I thought it was gonna be somebody from her team. Shorty hit me with a voice message. She's like, nah, this is really me. And yeah, I want to do some work. And I was like, oh, okay, bet. So we was chopping it back and forth. This is the same day that I sent the other email. So now we're conversing and she's telling me other different things. And I was like, wait, hold on. Because it's you and I know that it's you, I want to write a contract. And she's like, all right, I feel comfortable with a contract. So now we're doing all this conversation. So now it's all email. This is all in the same day. So one Shorty ghosted me. And then somebody that's actually mainstream that we've been knowing for 20 years. Because let me see, like, when I knew about her with Promise Ring, I was already like, I think I was like 20. So I didn't really, all I knew Tiffany was for Promise Ring. That was it, right? So, but we've been knowing about her for 20 years. This is a well-known chick. And she ain't acting like this other Shorty is acting. I was like, oh man, this ain't nobody but God.
For sure.
So it took a minute because she was in the middle about to go and travel to the BET Awards, right? So I was like, all right. So I was like, bet. I wrote my contract, made my payments. So she's like, well, I'm over in LA. I'm going to record the track while I'm in LA. I got it a couple other weeks because I guess other people was reaching out to her too for work and still, she's still an adult. The chick got 4 kids.
Yeah.
She's a mom.
She's trying to get this bread.
Busy.
She's trying to just keep it a buck. Let's get this bread. She's out here touring, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully she, you know what I'm saying? Like, right now, I think she went to Chicago and she should be back. So when I was waiting on the vocals, she was like going to Florida from Atlanta and coming back. I was like, oh, you a G. So, but yeah, man, it took a minute, but I finally got the tracks. And I got the whole session and I mixed it. The thing that stuck out the most for me concerning her was that she said, "I hope you like what I did."
Mm.
And for me, I was more like, "I hope you like what I did." You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know me. I know you, but you don't know me. I'm not a name. I'm not a mainstream, and it's not her first time working with other independent acts.
Yeah.
Truth be told, like there's other people she's worked with. She did, you know what I'm saying? T-Pain. Of course, she did stuff with Juwan Harris. I'm assuming they might be still together. I don't know. They ain't got nothing to do with me. They ain't none of my business. It was business. I ain't trying to pull up. No, for real. She fine, but I'm like, I'm keeping the business. I'm not finna pull up. I don't want nobody baby daddy trying to like travel to Texas.
I feel you.
I like to fight, but I ain't finna fight over no chick. You, absolutely.
Hey, what
not.
you said?
Let me ask you something real quick.
Officer.
Let me ask you something real quick.
So
just respect. If the man of God ever comes across this interview, just know I was being respectful. She can tell you herself. I never tried to pull up and never crossed my mind. I kept it business. But she a cold piece of work though. But in any case, and she shorter than me. Listen, I understood why she got pregnant 4 different times. Anyways,
out of there. Don't do it to him.
Look, okay.
I understand respectfully.
Hey,
I understand. So I kept it business.
Hey man, earlier on they Cut The Malarkey Radio, he said that his family was from Memphis. Hey man, I'm just saying, we might be cousins.
Yeah, we might be.
We might be. That statement right. That sounds like something I would say.
It felt like home. It felt too like too close to home.
that was right there.
I was here.
Listen, nah, for real. I'm gonna talk to you offline about it. I'm gonna talk to all of y'all offline about that. But yeah, man.
Let me ask you. Black Haven Mom brought up your album. I was gonna dive into this a little bit later, but your album Love Languages finally dropped. And if I'm not mistaken, it took what you said 15 years to put this. 5 years. 5 years to put this together. Okay. I'm looking at the album and I'm seeing one name in particular a couple times, Angel Vernice.
Yes.
So I want to ask you, man, is there a reason for that? Is there just like a tight-knit relationship? What's the reason behind that?
Yes. Yes, there is a tight-knit relationship. Angel Vernice is like my little sister. She's Full Sail as well. I met she's originally from Arkansas, some city called Gould. So you guys might know about that because it's like yeah. So she told me I don't even know if I said it right. You know what I mean? But that's originally where she's from. She moved from there to Florida and she went to school for music business. So she graduated a year before I did. But we met in 2020 online at an online mixer for like new students or whatever. And we ended up getting into this IG group and listening to all these different producers and these singers. It was like I was the only male singer. The other guys were like producers. And there was these three other chicks. They flaky, but she's the only one that was solid. And Angel was like, I want to this is what she said for real, verbatim. I want to harmonize with you. I'm like, who is this chick? Right? And so we end up getting cool from there. Right? We end up being cool from that point. So she's been my friend for about 5 years. And around like June 20th. That's how long I've been knowing her for. Right?
Yeah.
So I was already doing some work right before I met her, music and stuff like that. But we just talked about music. We talked about conspiracy theories in the music industry. Those are the kind of this is literally like my little sister.
Yeah.
Like ain't you know how some people like, oh, that's just my sister or that's my bro, but it's something else behind that. Nah, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not. Plus, she's a lesbian. Now, mind you, she does have a kid.
Yeah.
But it's not my assignment to convert her.
Gotcha. I got you.
No, that's not my assignment. My assignment is to be her friend and we've been platonic friends. She is genuinely my friend. I'm looking at all of y'all in the screen. I'm looking at the camera. She is my friend, right? And she's really been looking out for me because she lives in Florida, and I guess there's been some cold pieces over there. They've been trying to see what was good, and she said, "Absolutely not him. Yeah, I ain't ready for no dude like that." So she been looking out for me. She was like, "Bro, I just want to let you know, I ain't cock blocking, but I'm trying to make sure you get with the woman that you're supposed to be with."
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because she knew about the situation with me and my ex-wife, my second ex-wife. So she was around for like a lot of stuff and heard things. So she's genuinely my friend. She's genuinely like a little sister to me, and we always work together. So she has a beautiful voice. Her pen game is like phenomenal. She calls herself like a hook writer, but her verses are great. So if you ever heard the song "Don't Know What to Do with It," that's actually her song on the album. I asked her, I said, "Hey, can I put that on my album?" She said, "Absolutely." She asked me to write my verse, to recreate the instrumental. So everything is 50-50 between her and I. And that's just that song. Unconditionally, she wrote her verse. I said, "Hey, I need you to get on here." That's her verse. Come Through, I just taught her Spanish and taught her how to like say it a certain way. Y'all can't, you know what I mean?
I was gonna ask you about that one.
Yeah. She
is
like,
that
talented.
one was multi. You know what I'm saying? You that song was performed in 2 languages. So I was like, is it? Because I know you speak Spanish. So I was gonna ask you about that one. Does she speak Spanish as well? Yeah. Because I think we were spinning Come Through before we started spinning Something Pretty remix.
Word, yeah, and I appreciate that too. That means a lot.
I know you said her pen 5, but I know your pen 5 too, dude. Yeah, I know your pen 5
too, man. Because I appreciate it.
Went and listened to you, man, and I'm like, yo, that might pen a torch. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody going there. So I wanted to ask you, man, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Like, how long have you been writing, and like how's it been? Like, has it evolved over time? Have you like grown to love it even more? Like, what's your relationship with writing right now?
Yes, I love writing. I will never stop writing. I've been writing since I was 13. So it's about like 27 years. I used to do poetry. And a friend of mine, now mind you, at the very beginning of this whole interview, I mentioned a lady by the name of Terry Davis. She has a nephew, and I'm going to always publicly say this man's name. His name is Dontre Daniels. I met him in the 8th grade. We were all part of a group together. We were part of a group together in high school, and I just throw this out here. The group, we were some mannish niggas. So the group was called Wet. We were mannish, yo. So the group was called Wet because we love singing and hearing the girls sing, and we was like, we get these chicks wet, yeah, right. But it was an acronym. But it was an acronym that meant we're entertaining them, right? So
y'all flicking mannish, bro.
We're entertaining them. Get them out.
I'll publicly say this: if some industry head wants to bring another boy group in, you can use that name. I don't even care if you give us credit or not. I don't care because we never been like an official group, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, Dontre is the one that read my poetry, and he said, "Bro, this look like this can be a song." I was like, "For real, a song?" He's like, "Yeah, man." And I started songwriting from that point going forward. And my songwriting got better. My singing got better too, like over the years. But my songwriting got a lot better. It was another young lady, and I'll say her name publicly too. Her name is Lachelle. I won't say her last name, but her name is Lachelle. I call her L's because her name is Lachelle. She got like 3 L's in her name. I used to call her L's, and I met her back in 2007 from MySpace. Ooh. She's originally from Rochester, New York. Phenomenal producer, phenomenal songwriter, MC. I don't really know what's going on with her in her life now, but she always gave me Missy Elliott vibes. That was always the thing about her. Lachelle always gave me Missy Elliott vibes. I could just never understand that, but it was just dope. And I was really hoping that bigger things would happen for her. Maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe we'll probably connect again one day. I don't know. But she's the one that told me, hey, she's like, the way you write your songs are like so poetic, but you got to change the way you write your hooks. And she said, you write your hooks as if you're writing another verse. So from that point going forward, I started working my hooks a little bit better. It's because she's like, you got to tell it like it's a story. The hook has to be the catcher. The chorus has to be the thing that catches people's attention, right? Keep your verses the way they are, but the hook has to be a little bit shorter, And then I used to do Christian rap. Don't ask me to spit not a nan lyric because it's not gonna happen. I wanted to be like Cross Movement and Lecrae and them. And this is
what was your name back then?
Jada Light.
J Light?
JDA I wanted to be this like in my early 20s. I had just got back into church in like 2005. There's this guy named The Truth. He's from Philly. I wanted to be like him because he's like an older brother. So I was like, yo, this dude is so dope. His name is The Truth. I'm going to call myself Jada. Like, it was so corny, bro. It was so corny. And
you had a dream, bro. I had a dream.
But mind you, I was doing R&B. I was doing Christian R&B. So I was genuinely talking about relational things, but based on like Christian perspective and biblical standpoints, and people was feeling some way about it. And then I ended up going by my government name later on, and then I finally said, okay, I'm going to be an official, just regular R&B artist because church folk wasn't getting it. So that's why by the time y'all meet me, y'all hear all the good stuff. Y'all don't hear all the stuff I'm preaching and quoting lyrics.
But then the other pastor did it. What's the pastor name, man? The one with the glasses and the bald head. They be messing with him and stuff.
Glasses and bald head. He rap.
Who? Tone?
No, he a preacher.
He rap or sing?
Who is that?
He a preacher. TDJ. TDJ came out with a love making album for the.
He did. They let that
Saints. It was for the slide. It was for the Saints. It was bedroom music.
No, my stuff. No. My stuff was for the Saints too.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen to me.
I'm finna give you this Holy Ghost.
Listen, I was talking about.
Bro, we were talking about getting swallowed up. Swallowed.
Listen, I was talking about. Hey, I was like, hey, man, we about to worship God a whole different way. You listen, because it's from a perspective of we're married.
Yeah,
I always talked about it from a perspective. I'm like, we're married.
Yeah. So
we're gonna worship God a whole different way.
Right.
Because that is gonna actually, and I'm not trying to preach.
It's already blessed. Yeah.
That's actually pleasing to God. That's what Scripture says. It says the marriage bed is undefiled. Long as that don't mean like a threesome is part of the marriage bed. That don't count. It's gotta be you and your spouse. No, I'm for real. This ain't David. This ain't Solomon. I don't care what no Hebrew Israelite said. God never okayed it.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it a buck, and I believe that I'm an Israelite. I'm not part of that camp, but I do believe that we're the people of the Bible. But I just figured I'd throw that out there because some of them like, well, David did it. I was like, but God never said that it was okay, bro. Anyways.
I mean.
I can go on tangents, so I'm trying to back out. I'm trying my best. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to back out of it.
No, you're good, man.
Oh, good.
But I got a question for you.
The Saints, they wasn't with it. So I ended up becoming a secular artist. My apostle was like, they don't get it. And that's my apostle. His name is Marcus McIntyre. He said, they don't get it, man. They don't get it. He said, you're going to have to be a secular artist. And he said, you're going to have to reach people you're going to need to reach. You're going to have to tweak your lyrics. And I listened to him. So
your music blends a lot like gospel, R&B, Japanese, and Spanish vibes, right?
Yeah.
And when I was listening to the album the other day, you know what I'm saying, I caught some songs having, like, it'll have lines where it was just Spanish, and then it'll go back to English. Yes. So, what inspired you to step outside of the traditional R&B and embrace those languages?
So, I'm a nerd. My first language I tried to learn on my own was Japanese. And then my mom was like, you don't want to be black. So I gave up learning Japanese. No, this is like the early 2000s.
Come
on. That's a wild reason.
That's what she did. Sorry, Deborah. That's what she did. That's what she did. She said, you don't want to be black. I was like, that's not. So this is pre internet. I mean, like Japanese anime being cool. So I never got picked on for liking anime. I heard people say stories. Oh, I got beat up. I was like, nigga, you got beat up for watching the cartoon? Yeah. Never.
Right.
I was somebody. I like to fight. I was somebody who would try to pick on me about an anime. Oh, you was gonna catch it.
I'm gonna show you what I learned from the anime.
I'm gonna show you what I learned. No, so and then I lived in Korea and I learned Korean. I don't remember anything in Korean, but then when I came back to the States, I was stationed in Kentucky and I ended up visiting this bilingual church. And I never wanted to learn Spanish when I was in high school. Culturally back home, it was like a lot of Mexicans, and what was being introduced to me never resonated with me. It just never. I was just like, what? I'm like, this ain't. I could never get with it. So from a cultural perspective, for some weird reason, nothing resonated with me until I went to this church. So basically, like the praise part of the worship, whatever. It was the praise part was like to like reggaeton. So it's boom, cat, boom, cat, boom. And I was like, oh, that's kind of dope. Because I had already got familiar with Daddy Yankee. So I kind of knew what reggaeton was. That was my introduction. So that's a whole other different story in reference to like the African diaspora and them playing a part in creating what is now reggaeton based on the Panamanians and the Jamaicans, which technically comes back to us as Black Americans. So basically, if it wasn't for Black Americans and R&B, there wouldn't be no reggae. There wouldn't be rocksteady. There wouldn't be no. That's a whole different thing. So, anyways, I'm listening to these songs, and I was recognizing the songs in praise. I was like, "Hey, we sing this in English." I recognized the cadence and stuff like that. And I was like, "That's kind of cool." So I ended up joining the church, and then I ended up like getting on the praise team, and I was trying to learn Spanish on my own. And then there was this Dominican lady. She was trying to talk to me. Well, she was talking to me in Spanish, and I thought I understood what she was saying. I didn't understand nothing. And so she said, "You need to go to school." I said, "Yes, ma'am." And I took my little happy tail and took some college courses. I was getting A's in my Spanish class, and I just took it and ran with it. And that was back in like 2006, 2007. So that's basically how I got my start in reference to that. And then there was another chick at my church. Before we migrated to another church, me and this other brother, we was singing a song in English and in Spanish. Cause I was like, yo, let's just do this, man. I ain't did this in a while. And she came up to me and she's like, "Do you speak like an Asian language?" And I was like, "I used to." And she was like, pick this language back up again. So that's when you hear waifu. That's the whole song in English and Japanese. Cause I was picking it back up again. And so I took heed, and that's how. But the other thing is Stevie Wonder. Just going back to him. Stevie Wonder has sung in Spanish, in French, in Swahili, right? He's done that on a few of his albums, and that always stuck. Don't you worry about a thing. He speaks in Spanish. That first part y'all hear him say, he's talking in Spanish. And then there's a part in like when he's like, "Don't you worry about a thing," right? He's saying "Todo está bien chévere." So it's like everything is good. It's cool. That's what he's saying in Spanish. And so this is like in the 70s, 80s ish, right? Like around that time. But he was doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big inspiration to me. Steve, listening to that stuff, and like, but I was just like, "Oh, that's kind of cool. How did he do that?" So that was a big inspiration as well. So it wasn't just the church; it was literally Stevie Wonder too. So yeah. Wow. I hope that answered the question.
Shout out to Stevie. Shout out to you, man.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you. Man. Appreciate you, dog. Man, you helped mold some good songs. You know what I'm saying? Hey, appreciate you.
Yeah, man. He is dope. I wish I could meet him one day.
Oh,
I wish I could meet him because a lot of the grace they've been passing. So I'm hoping he lives long enough so I can meet him.
Yeah. When you think about it, he the first DJ Khaled. He the first person to have a whole bunch of people on his album doing nothing.
Bro, what? What
do you mean?
What are you talking about?
Elaborate.
If you go listen to Stevie Wonder, gentlemen, and you go look at his credits on Apple Music, everybody and their mama is singing on every last one of his songs. Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, Whitney Houston mama. What's our boy who's still singing? The old head from the OJs. Is he from the OJs or Charlie Wilson?
Charlie Wilson.
It's Charlie Wilson on there. Stevie Wonder was the first one, bro. Everybody and mama on that song, and you didn't even know it.
You didn't even know it.
But you say he didn't do nothing. So, like, it's Stevie, bro. What you talking about?
So Michael, I want you to come sing this hook one time, and that's all I need you to do.
So here's a fun fact about Stevie Wonder and the Jacksons. They are blood related from the mama.
I heard that.
Nope, they are.
I ain't know
Janet Jackson actually said it in an interview.
Mm-hmm.
So when Stevie was boohoo crying, that was because that was his cousin. And he's crying not only because they were doing music together, but because my little cousin is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So he wrote, I Can't Help It. Stevie wrote that for Michael. That was Stevie's song.
Can't help it. I want it.
It sounds like a Stevie Wonder song, don't it?
It does.
I can't help it. That's a little scat that Stevie would do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be funny with the boo-hooing, but he was really boo-hooing, not because that's his friend. No, that was his cousin.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see pictures of a younger Michael Jackson staring into Stevie Wonder's soul, it's because he's like, my cousin is dope. When you realize they're blood cousins and you see these pictures, it looks different now. You're like, oh shoot, he was admiring his blood cousin. You know what I'm saying? No, Janet, she said it on an interview.
Yeah, I remember seeing it.
I know.
Yeah.
You know one thing, I don't admire my blood cousin at all.
God, dog.
What you looking at me like that for, man?
Y'all related?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Don't do him like
stop
that.
Stop staring
man.
at the camera. Look off to the sunset.
There's still sunlight over there. Shoot.
Look, I got to look that way. It is blocking right now.
Let me ask you something real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
So I'm reading that you submitted for Grammy consideration.
Yes.
How big is that for you at this stage?
It's huge. Pause. It's
Come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta start catching yourself, man.
I'm tired, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jarard Kenneth.
One of my homeboys, I got a homeboy, he's Dominican. He was like, yo, I wish you would stop doing that. I'm like, nigga, you don't know who's listening to this, bro. I gotta stay on my P's and Q's at all times. No, but
man, I feel
but it is a big deal. It's a big deal for me because of the timing of everything. Like this year alone, I just got divorced in February. Right? I was separated from my ex-wife. That's a whole different story. I don't even want to talk about that. I chose to separate from my ex-wife 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying child support. That's a whole, you know what I mean? All these different things are going on. But I kept believing and trusting. I was telling Angel, because Angel was my little sis. I said, sis, this year's going to be different. I said, stuff is going to shift. And I kept saying, I was like, I really believe that it's going to be a shift this particular year. And so the first initial thing was Full Sail. Me winning the speakers. I got them right here. Me winning those speakers. I don't know if y'all know, these speakers are worth $3,000. It's $1,500 per speaker. They gave them jokers to me for free, right?
Yeah.
And bro, listen, that's how I was like. I lost my wallet on my way to Florida. That's when I knew. I said, "Nope, God." I said, "Something good about to happen." So I did
see the video. I did see the video. You were sitting by Wavy.
Yeah, he was right behind me, bro. I broke down after that. I was like, "Oh shoot, that's Wavy. What the heck?" So, but all that happened. So that was the first thing. And I'm trying to make sure I answer the question. So going back to the Grammy thing. And then the next thing was working with Tiffany. I was like, okay. And then I didn't know that this was going to happen. But when all this happened, they said, oh, because it's been 20 years for Grammy University, because I'm part of Grammy University. Now, the reason why I'm part of it is because I used to go to Full Sail. So I joined it right before I graduated. How did I know about it? Angel Vernice, music business. She went to school for music business, music entertainment. She said, Jarard, before you graduate, join Grammy U. You don't know what's going to happen if you join. And I'm like, I think God is using you. I'm going to listen to my little sister. And I listened to her, right? So initially, it's huge for me because of just the timing of everything. Will I even be nominated? I don't know. But I get to say I tried because truth be told, you have to be a Grammy voter, a recording academy voter to even submit music. So you have to actively be in the music industry for X amount of years. You got to get 2 letters of recommendation from other people who are voters. What are the odds of that happening for certain people unless you know people?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And even if you know people, don't mean that they're gonna do it.
Absolutely.
They can easily tell you no and say why. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not sure if I should tell this story, but I'm gonna tell it anyways. So because I don't care now. Because I don't care. If they might not even see this interview, but they sure gonna find out on my IG about what's going on. So initially, I was talking to Tiffany, and I was like, "Hey, I'm going to submit the remix for Grammy consideration." So I submitted the original "Something Pretty" with Ashley King, "Something Pretty" the remix with Tiffany Evans, and then the whole album "Love Languages," right? For album consideration. They just hit me back up and just told me recently that they don't accept remixes. So I was like, all right, cool, no big deal. So it just is what it is. That's just one of their rules. But the cool thing is that because I'm part of Grammy U, we got a discount. So for each submission, I paid $20 per submission. You usually have to pay $125 per submission. So imagine me, you see what I'm saying? So imagine me paying $125 for them to tell me about Tiffany Evans and saying, "Oh,
you just out $125."
I'm out of $125. You see what I'm saying? And so I was like, "Oh, okay, it's just $20. Cool, I ain't tripping about it." Why? Because the whole album, that song is on the album anyway.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like a soft pause. This is like a soft release of pause. This is a pre-statement. This is a pre-statement.
This is pause.
Hey, bro.
Brought to you by Jarard Kenneth.
This is a pre-statement before the official statement for your consideration, because the window is still open for submitting for Grammy considerations, right? So for me, it's a big deal because I was just like, I never, you know what I'm saying? It's just timing. And I literally believe that it's a God thing. So I'm like, God, I don't know what else you about to do, but I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? And when I say God, I mean Yahweh God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I just want to make that clear. Mm-hmm. I know y'all know.
Oh, for sure. Amen to that.
You know, some people say God, and they either talking about Satan or Scientology. I don't know. So
yeah.
So I don't, you know what I'm saying? So I want to make it clear, and this is not me preaching, but I want to make a distinction. Like this, that's what I'm talking about. And I was just like, it's not the universe. You know what I'm saying? It's God, mm-hmm. the creator of it all. And so I was just like, I believe all this is a God thing, the way things are lining up. I was like, God, I don't know what else you got next for me. But I'm with it. Even me meeting you guys, that's part of it. Y'all might not feel it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not patronizing y'all when I say this. I believe that y'all are part of it too, because the way it happened. I was like, when y'all first started telling me about, when I found out about Come Through being played, I was like, I didn't ask that. Why? And I was like, okay, God, I don't know in Memphis, English and Spanish song in Memphis. I was like, what's going on? And then I think about a relative that I'm gonna talk to y'all about offline. And so for me, it made full circle for my song to be played in Memphis, based on that particular relative. And I was like, okay, God, this season is really interesting. You know what I'm saying? So all this, the Grammy stuff, I'm like, this is a one-time thing for me. I'm like, I might not ever get a chance to like submit anything like this ever again. So it really is a big deal. It's a big deal. Not too many artists can say that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'll say this fun fact before y'all ask me the other question. And I'll publicly say this because it's all you gotta do is Google it. Tiffany has never ever, and I'm mentioning her for a reason because I did a song with her, has never ever, as far as I know, unless somebody corrects me, and if I'm wrong, I stand corrected. She's never been even considered for a Grammy nomination. And she had the song Promise Ring. And she's never been considered. So for me to have her a part of my album, because she's a feature, and because you're a feature, you can get like, if I get nominated, that means that she's nominated for being a part of that album.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got 2 songs out that are phenomenal. And she's been doing her own music after becoming independent. right? I'm not gonna go into detail about our personal, like not personal conversations, but our conversations behind closed. I'm not gonna go into detail about that, right? So I'm gonna respect that lane. But publicly, I will say that because all you gotta do is Google. She's never been considered. And I'm like, the fact that, and now mind you, she said this year I'm gonna go for everything. I didn't know that I was gonna be able to do a song with her, but I'm like, this gotta be a God thing for me to work with you and for you to work with me. Because I told her, I said, yo, you're like a ram in the bush. You don't realize it. This other shorty was flaking on me and funny acting because nobody knows me and I'm not famous. But I'm like, you're famous and you chose to work with me. You didn't have all of this is a God thing. So if I do get nominated, she plays a part in that nomination. She'll be considered a Grammy nominee just for being part of that album. I had to double check that to make sure that was correct. So this is a big deal. So just being able to submit something for consideration itself is a big deal. So I'm sorry, I went all that way to just really expound on how big of a deal this is because of the season that I'm in right now. It's
man, you
miss 100% of the shots you don't take, dog.
Boy.
You know what I'm saying? So it was on you to make that happen, man. It's some people around here who will be like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna do it, or I might not make it, or they might not consider me. You don't know if you don't do it, man.
You don't
know. Everything you did in your life then brought you to this one moment to do this one thing. And you let your anxiety kick you up out of that. No, man, take that chance. Take that shot.
Absolutely. And my biggest thing is what I said in one of my videos is that I took a risk. Like leaving for Full Sail, that was like a financial risk. I was like, bro, I got bills to pay. I got to pay child support. But I'm going to take this flight and see what happens. Me working with Tiffany was a risk. I still got bills to pay and child support to take care of. But I'm like, I'm going to pay this chick this money. I'm going to take a risk. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Grammy thing, I'm like, oh,
and it's about the,
you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen.
All about the payoff.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So I was like, I'm going to take a risk and see what happens.
So, like D. Terrell brought up, man, he said it took 5 years for to get Love Languages completed. Great album, man. I love it.
Thank you so much.
I want to know, are you the type of person that you put out Love Language, dropped on the 23rd, you drop Love Language, are you right back in the lab, or are you venturing into other things right now, man, to fool your time?
Right now, I'm kind of taking a break. Well, here's the thing about being an independent artist. You got some people that always tell you, well, as soon as you release this, you got to go and market. But I'm like, I'm a creative. I ain't got time, but I'm done with my project now. I was working on a sync project at the same time I was finishing up my album. So I'm done. Like, I'm kind of like mentally taking a break from music right now. Okay. So I can try to focus on promoting my projects now. And I'm helping my homegirl with a song. So I'm still doing music a little bit, but I want to take a break so I can take that hat off and put the marketing hat on and try to figure out the marketing thing for this album. So it's the first time I'm really like trying to like genuinely take a break from music. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can, you know what I mean? Yeah.
It's all about the mental, my boy. All about the mental.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So it's kind of rough. I do want to work on
everything
music.
else ain't gonna go in line.
Yeah, man. And it's like you don't want to burn yourself out. And I was working through a burnout. So this is even before I started, like for real. I was working through a burnout. I'm like, nothing is happening. I don't know how to make this work. They're telling you to post. At one point in time, they was like, sing other people's music. I don't want to sing. I would do it, but I was doing my own thing. I'm gonna sing Chris Brown, Take You Down, but I'm gonna sing it in Spanish because I want to. That's what I did.
Yeah.
I made a whole instrumental and translated Daniel Caesar, the best part.
Yeah.
I translated that in Spanish. Joe, all the things your man won't do. I sung that in Spanish. I translated, sung it in Spanish. I'm like, okay, if I sing a cover song, I'm gonna do what I want to do. But I'm like, I want to sing my own stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to be known for like singing cover songs.
Yeah.
But so like, yeah, people doing that. So yeah, man, I was just like, I'm just gonna pave my own lane, and I'm believing God it is gonna work out because I'm gonna do it my own way. Okay. Versus this cookie cutter. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So,
fit the mold stuff.
That's awesome, man. So would that be something you would tell like young Black creatives out here, you know, trying to balance life, they hustle and they art? Like, Is that what you would tell them, or is it something else you would let them know?
No, I would tell them because we usually give them this. I mean, some people like Russell will be like, just post a song every single week or every single day. Sure, if you ain't mixing your stuff, if you ain't doing a production, and all you're doing is recording, or you on BandLab or something like that, and it's already preset, you can get on somebody's track and record a song every day. But if you're wearing 10 hats, you're the singer, you're the songwriter, you're the producer, you're the engineer, you're the graphic designer, you're the admin person. That's not gonna happen.
Right.
You're your own, you're your own team. Don't lie to these people. And I'm not famous. So it's easy for me to say that. It's easy for him to say because, hey, look at what happened with him. But truth be told, he had a team behind him. Let's just keep it a buck. He didn't do that by himself.
Boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
Let's keep it a buck.
My whole
The
flow.
nigga had a team. Like I had to ask people, or they volunteered. Hey, I'll do a song here and there for you, but otherwise, that whole album was my production. Come Through, that's by Michael Pruitt, Saginaw, Michigan. I added some little elements on top of that, but that's all his production. Waifu and the Something Pretty remix, that's a collab between myself and Caleb Bryant, right? He's from North Carolina. Don't Know What to Do With It, that's a joint collab. Lambada, the original song, it's about this Puerto Rican guy. Everything else, Lambada the remix, that's me and this young lady named Diana Feria. Otherwise, all my other music, I produced all that. There's no way in the world I'm gonna sit there and lie to these artists and say post something every single day. If you're doing everything, you're not gonna be able to post everything every single day unless you don't care about the quality of the work.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Sure, you can post every single day and it's gonna be trash. It's gonna sound horrible. But if
I'm not
care,
gonna like it.
you see what I'm saying? But if you care, it's gonna take some time. But if you getting beats off of YouTube and you stealing beats off of YouTube and not giving nobody credit, not paying the producer, and you using a template, and that template don't match your voice, so your high end is nuts, or your low end is so high that you sound muffled, but you putting out a song every single day. Nah, bro. Don't let that man lie to you like that. That nigga had a team.
Beats like Wayne at 08.
Listen, I'm gonna say this again. That nigga had a team. For him to fix his mouth and say post a song every day, you must have had a team helping you. Cause there ain't no way you did that on your own every
100%.
single day. You're lying, bro. So no, 100%. I wouldn't tell them that. I will tell them this, and I'm not gonna say the brother's name, at least not publicly yet, until we do something public. But it's his brother. I will say this: he's a well-known R&B act. He was part of a major label, so God allowed us to actually slowly create a friendship, and he's really, really cool. He's a really cool guy, so I'm looking forward to doing some work. So whenever it happens publicly, you guys are like, oh, that guy. So, but him and I were talking, and so he was just like his biggest thing, because I was asking him, how do you deal with this? Because I was dealing with imposter syndrome, and this is just going to go back into the original question with inspiring other, young creatives. I said, how do you deal with imposter syndrome? And he was just like, he's like, at this point, man, he's like, I always thought about quality, but I want to think about quantity too. And so he wants to balance it out. So the reason I'm saying that, my best thing for other creatives is try to figure out what's your balance for not only quality, but the quantity of the quality. How many songs can you do within maybe a month to where you can, it's not just recording, producing if you're doing it all on your own, but do you have the money to go and send it to copyright.gov to register your copyright for said song? Do you have the money to get your ISRC code so you don't be using the ISRC code from DistroKid and all these other DSPs that basically they're going to own your song in some sort of way? Yeah. Get your own ISRC code. And do you have that already structured? You know what I'm saying? All these different things to consider. But as far as just getting the music done, figure out what's your balance for quality and quantity of said quality. And that's what he's at right now. He's like, I used to think about quality, but now I'm thinking about the quantity of the quality. Like, how many quality songs can I put out?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the best thing I could tell them, anybody that's listening, is figure out what is going to be the best balance for you in reference to putting out a certain amount of quality songs. and figure that out for yourself. So yeah,
for sure. So considering, you're addressing the young creatives, what would you tell your younger self? Like when you were first, like I think you said you were like 13 when you really started writing. So what would you tell your younger self, that younger version of you?
There's a school called Full Sail. Go to Full Sail. That's what I would have said at first.
Do it earlier.
Let me go get up in there.
I would not have. Yeah, I would not. Well, here's the scary part. I think I would have told my younger self about women, just to put myself on. No, keep it a buck.
Yeah,
I would have told myself about women to put myself on game versus going through the woes of that, because that can play a part in your career, any career. As men, especially as black men. You know what I'm saying? Especially as Black American men, right? Like who you pick affects your life. Hey man, focus on school.
Say it one more time.
Who you pick, what woman you pick affects your life. I've been married twice. Okay? The first time I was 19. The second time I was like going on 37. Had my first kid at that age, right? And I'm 40 now. So I would tell my younger self, one, go to therapy. That's what I tell my younger self. Go to therapy. Go to Full Sail. Don't worry about these chicks. Get to where you need to get to. I'm going to tell you what my therapist said to me recently. This is what I would tell myself. And this is to creators, especially if you're a man. What my therapist said, and this is upon me about to get divorced. He said this. He said, your picker, like the way I'm picking women, he said, that's not broken. There's no pause behind that. My picker, not pecker, picker. My picker is not broken. He said, "You're." I knew he was gonna do
Jarard.
No pause. No pause. I had to just clarify. It's not my accent. That's why I wanted to make sure y'all knew that. No, but he said your selector is not broken. I'll say, is that better?
Yeah.
Your selector is not broken.
It's giving GTA.
Well, I heard the other term here in Texas. The dude is somewhere here in Texas, so he was one that said it. But he said your selector is not broken. He said your issue is that you're not where you need to be at to get the woman you know you need. And because you're not where you need to be at, you settle for what's readily available. I done heard y'all podcasts. I done heard y'all stuff. A black man told me that, and he's married, and his wife is fine. Respect to him. No disrespect to him, because I ain't lusting over his wife. No, but his wife is beautiful. And she love her some, you know what I'm saying? She love him. I could tell. She be looking at deep in that nigga's eyes. She love him, right? That's a beautiful marriage. And they're both therapists. They both got their doctorate. And he's a pastor. They're from the East Coast. He's from like DC or something like that, I think. But he lives in Texas. He's the one that told me that. And so oftentimes, it's going back to answer your question, but oftentimes we hear, I had to settle for this. It's like, no, ma, that's all you can get is these niggas, right? And so, but we're being told that they're settling for us. Now, I can tell here, y'all up here. Here, y'all up here. So if here, you're up here, that means that your money is going to just keep doing that. Because we ain't them other type of niggas to where we like, this one young lady, she called them dirty sock niggas. I can tell y'all ain't named one of y'all one of them. That's what she said. A dirty sock nigga. That's what she called them. Y'all know what a dirty sock is.
I got hardwood floors. I don't count. Besides gonna be
nah, bro. Not that dirty.
When she mean dirty sock, I mean like I'm not gonna get a clean sock. I don't feel like going to my drawer and getting a clean sock. I'm gonna pick up the last sock that I wore and put that on. A dirty sock nigga. No, but what she's saying, but what the metaphor to that was, instead of getting the dude that's actually what they think in their head should be, they get a ain't sugar honey iced tea type of dude.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's another story. So for me, I would tell myself what my therapist told me. Get to where you need to get. I understand you in love, and you this is in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. R&B is a certain way. Love is still in it. It's really in the air.
Yeah.
At that time still. It was lingering.
People singing to the song cut off.
Right. You know what I'm saying? We would play midnight storm or whatever. We playing on the radio. We on the phone with our girl on the landline. Hey man, we're dedicating songs to a chick that's gonna break our heart the very next week.
Turn your radio on.
Hey man, I was thinking about you, thinking about this song. Then Silk, Let's Make Love plays. You know what I'm saying?
Bust out the silk on them.
The Sweat Hotel. Remember the box? Remember that one thing on BET they used to play at night? Oh man, that was just so all these
Uncut?
I was so
no, not Uncut. The other one.
Real quick. Was I the only one that used to watch Uncut come on and used to have that nipple up in the right corner? It was a nipple. It was a nipple.
You was looking at the screen too hard if you seen the nipple on the intro video.
Bro, it was a nipple, bro. And then I ain't got no panties on. Ain't got no panties on. Came on. Y'all remember that one?
On the dance floor. Oh yeah.
Running through my mind. Hey. My bad.
No.
I hate y'all.
But what I would tell myself the same thing that my therapist told me. I like focus on what you need to focus on. When other people are telling you get a real job, and mind you, there's nothing wrong with. I was in the Army. I worked on computers, but that was not where my heart was at. And so I finally went to school for something I already had a passion about, but I didn't know about the school. The school existed back then. It was already they already had a physical campus. At that point, when I was still in school, I would have told myself, hey, focus on this. Don't worry about these girls. My stepdad said it a certain way too. He just said, get money, they're going to come. I was like, Dad, that's not going to help me. I'm scared I'm going to pick the wrong person. And that's already happened twice, as far as marriage is concerned, right?
Yeah.
But I would tell myself that focus on what you need to focus. Get to where you need to get to with your passion. And you could do a better job in picking, because if you pick the right person, she's going to either play a part in keeping or sustaining or building up something better. And that's biblical. A wise woman builds her home. A foolish woman does what? Tears it down.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the Bible. Okay. Some of these mothers call themselves Christians, and they boy, you put up Proverbs in front of these mothers, they act like that's the crucifix, and they a whole vampire. You're like, oh, but I thought you was what you mean, Mom? What's the problem? Anyways, sorry. That's a tangent. Sorry about that. But I would tell myself the same thing my therapist told me. Focus on what you need to focus on to get to where you need to get to, so that you don't settle for what's readily available. Because what's readily available ain't always good for you. That's also in the Bible as well. Everything, I'm going to paraphrase because Paul says it, everything is expedient. Everything is available for me, but that doesn't mean that it's beneficial to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It goes back to the shorty when I was in Atlanta, Georgia at Bishop Eddie Long's church. And I met that super thick, light-skinned shorty that was available to me, but it was not going to be beneficial. Yeah, boy.
I feel like all light skins are toxic. I feel like when your
skin,
I feel like when your skin starts at where D-Terrell's at, like, and it starts going lighter, that's where the toxic started.
You know
like
what,
right
bro?
there at that beige,
Nah,
and then it get into that light bright, then it get into that damn near white.
Hey man,
Yeah,
we ain't here for none of that, man.
I'll say,
listen, man, you ain't gonna be checking.
That's why I got me a dark skin. That's why I got me a dark skin queen.
No. I will say this.
My cousin like that, dog.
I will say this respectfully, because light skins are the archetype of that type of. They're the archetype, because the closer you are to whiteness.
I ain't nowhere near that.
Hold on. No. Keep staring in the camera if you want, because I'm gonna go backwards in a second. Watch this.
No.
The closer you are to whiteness, that's what's gonna happen. Like I got like both sides of my family. A lot of people are light skinned. I'm brown, right? Especially because I've been in the Texas sun, so I'm cool with that. Like both sides of my family had light skinned people, white people. You know what I'm saying? Like my great grandmother on my dad's side, she thought she was Miss Thing because she was a light bright. She did not like my grandmother because my grandmother was dark skinned. But but what I'm looking at now is that it don't matter what complexion you are. It's what's in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And what's in your heart comes out. Now, scripture says out of the abundance of the mouth, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So it's not just what comes out of your mouth. We have something called what? body language. And that's a language that comes up out of your heart. So it don't matter. It doesn't matter if you're light, bright, close to white, mixed, you look like somebody from the motherland. If your heart is a certain way and it's unhealthy and it's toxic, then you're just toxic.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The darkest one.
I'll say it like this: the shorty that I reached out to, she wasn't light skinned, and she ghosted me. Unprofessional.
Don't touch my purse.
No, but I'm saying unprofessional. You think that had anything to do with? She just fine. That girl. When I say that girl fine, that girl fine. Makeup or not,
I think that be it too
fine.
though. It ain't even the color. It's the women who found out that they was fine, and now they feel like they get real snooty. You know what I'm talking about as men.
No, that's true. Or they were ugly duckling. Now I don't know if she was an ugly duckling back then, but I saw a picture of her without no makeup. I was like, man, you look way better without me. I said, my God.
She gonna treat me like that because
I ain't trying to holler at you. I just wanted to do music. But it be like that. But it doesn't matter the complexion. It doesn't matter the complexion. It's what comes up out of your heart.
100%.
Now, light-skinned niggas, I don't know about y'all. Y'all gotta stop with these poses, these weird poses. Y'all gotta cut that out. Y'all cut it out, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, man, because they do be doing some weird poses.
I'm like, hey, cut that out.
Man, what are you doing, man?
Look.
This how everybody poses now.
I'm like, bro, I don't even think. Look, like JoJo, I know that pose anywhere. That's a JoJo Bizarre pose.
Every time I close my eyes,
yeah, I know.
I wake up feeling so horny. I just get to
y'all get on my nerves.
Y'all niggas need that out. Nobody asked for that.
Y'all silly as hell, man.
Ain't nobody asked for that.
Hey man, look, I know we joking around and playing and stuff, but look, man, I know you already touched on it or whatever about, you taking a break from music.
Yeah.
But a talent such as yourself, man, like I really want to know, like, what's next? Like, what's next for you? Like, what do you feel like that you can dive into, like you dived into your music?
Wow. You know what I really want to do? And I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I want to be a mentor. I want to mentor other people. I've never really legitimately had a mentor. I just had people that would come into my life and give me golden nuggets. Or they were pouring to me, but they weren't like, let me pull you to the side and really mentor you. I never had that before in my life. But I learned enough stuff and gleaned enough stuff, even on the outside looking in, to where I'm like, I want to help and encourage other people, especially younger people, you know what I'm saying? People younger than us. I want to encourage them. I want to be able to be like, hey, if it don't work this way, let's figure out another way for you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
you can still get to where you need to get to. So I think, if anything, I would like to be a mentor. I would like to really be like an actor. That'd be kind of fun. Like, I've been on TV before, but that was like as an extra. I was on HBO. It was a show called The Leftovers. It's on my IG. That really happened.
It count.
No, but I really want to be like a real. I want to be like a real actor. Maybe like a one time on somebody's TV show, real quick, like Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On my the one show with Damian Wayans and them.
My wife and kids.
My wife and kids. Like, I want to do something like that. Just show my face real quick, be a little person or whatever, and then go about my business. It's not too much at this point. When I was younger, I had a lot of different aspirations. I used to want to be a little model. I don't care about that now. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. I don't want no parts of that. But I do want to mentor people.
Okay, hey, that's live. I feel like that's something that was taught to us a while ago when we our first interview was Project Pat, and he let us know.
Wow.
And he let us know back then that the OGs ain't OGs no more. The old heads ain't old heads no more. A lot of the older generation don't want to pass game and give game to the younger generation. They gatekeep. So that's why people around our age, between the 30s and 40s, we try to spread as much information as we can and create community. So you know that, hey, you got my back, I got yours. You know what I'm saying? But we are missing the mentors and the old heads, the big brothers and big sisters, and all that good stuff, man. Help people go on straight and narrow.
Make it to the next level. Yep.
Yeah, so they can get to where they need to get to, and you can encourage them and be like, hey, you ain't got to go that route. Like, my biggest thing is I do talk about relationships. That's always been a thing about me since I was like a kid. I would get some weird type of download, and I was just like, I don't know where that came from. But I really, and this is pre Kevin Samuels. I always been on this type of time. Especially because of what rest in peace to that man. Because a lot of stuff
they went crazy after he left.
Bro, they celebrated that nigga. I said they were celebrating in the proverbial streets. I said, "Oh wait, what you gonna do when you see Jesus?
They just made him look right.
Good. I said, good luck. Right. I said, good luck when you see him, because he gonna pull that up. Hey, this random person that really ain't had nothing to do with you died, and you celebrated his death. And then on top of that, you treated other people a certain way. What do you got to say for yourself?
Right.
Because you wanted me to judge you, and only I can judge you. So what you got to say for yourself now, buddy? Anyways, I want to mentor people, and I still want to I want to mentor people as far as like their purpose and their calling in reference to music. I want to mentor creatives. Relational stuff, I have no desire to do that. And the reason being is because I'm like, I'd rather just do it in my music. I'd rather encourage people in my music to where it sparks conversation, and I ain't got to say nothing to you unless for some reason God puts it on my heart for me to say something to people. Otherwise, I don't want to be like a therapist. I ain't got no patience for that. I don't understand how my therapist and his wife does it. Like, I don't understand. But I do want to be a mentor in reference to like other artists, other creatives. But even if they're dealing with relational things as creatives, I can at least, hey man, hey mom, like be careful of your dealings. Hey, consider this. You know what I'm saying? Consider that. I was talking to my coworker at work, and she's younger than me. She's about like almost 10 years younger than me. And she's going to therapy. And she said, I was like, because we were talking about relationships, but something came up. I forgot why. Oh, we was talking about Klay Thompson and Meg Thee Stallion. I said, good luck, buddy.
I love it. I love it. I said, we might have different opinions on you, but I love it.
We'll see what she said. Ain't nobody ever been that nice to me. I said, oh, I seen this before. I dealt with that myself. I said, boy, you too late in the game to be dealing with that. You too late in the game. You got some championships on your hand. Okay. But something may shift. Who knows? But anyway, so we was talking about that. And so she was like, I got a therapist. And I was like, well, don't you want a healthy relationship? And she was like, yeah, but I'm so used to dysfunction. Dysfunction feels comfortable with me. So this is what she's saying. So if she sees a good dude, she's like, she gets like the ick. I was like, but you want something healthy? She said, yeah. But then she said this. She said, but so she talks to her therapist, and she says her therapist, she's like, you're supposed to fix this, therapist. I said, that's not your therapist's job. I said, your therapist's job is just to present it to you. And then you have to make the decision. And she's a creative as well. She makes music. I said, don't you make music? Don't you sing? Yeah. And I said, now from one artist to another, if you have a bad take or you do something wrong, are you gonna go back and fix it? Or are you gonna just throw it at the listener and say, well, you should fix it then? She said, I'm gonna fix it. I said, the same thing with your own personal life. If your therapist is telling you to fix it, it's not his job for him or her to fix your life.
Right.
It's your job to use the information that they gave you and fix your own doggone life. Yeah. She just looked at me crazy. She a white girl, so she really looked at me crazy. No disrespect. She's actually cool people, but she just looked at me crazy. I was like, I know what I'm talking about. That's why I use the analogy of an artist. You can't use that as an excuse. Yeah. So I say, if you're doing that with your music and you know that you do that with your music, if you want something healthy, you gotta actually do the work. It's not up to your therapist to do the work for you. It's their job to present a mirror to you, and you figure out what you're gonna do. And if you're not doing what they're suggesting, that's not their fault. That's your fault.
Right.
And that's what I want to do with other creatives if they find themselves in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they're up and coming and they're about to like say we had an R&B kid that's like a Travis Hunter dealing with the dingbat that he dealing with, right? Respectfully. Not that, actually, that's not even respectfully. Sorry.
I don't know if you need to somebody a dingbat.
Sorry, you might have to cut that part out, edit that part. No, but dealing with the woman of God that he's dealing with.
Come on, bro.
And everybody named Mama like, bro, what are you doing? I want to, you know what I'm saying? We see you up and coming. You about to go to the next level, but look who you're connected to. I want to be able to not only mentor, especially my brothers like that, but like, hey, bro, you're up and coming. This chick here is not going to help you sustain what you're about to go to next.
Right.
And I don't know what else y'all gonna ask me, but I'm gonna leave it on this part. Something God told me a few months back. It was sometime last year. He said, Jarard, and this is not, I'm prophetic. So I'm really saved. I know I do secular music, but I'm really like saved for real. And so I was talking to God, and I'm not gonna lie on him. I believe I heard God say this. He said, I allowed these other women to do what they did to you. I allowed them to, whatever these things, I'm not gonna go into detail with what all these women did, but I allowed that to happen so you can be separated from them. He said the reason being is because if you get the blessing that I have set for you while you were dealing with those women, they were going to benefit and then still do the stupid stuff that they did to you, but they was going to reap the blessing from your work. And he said, I didn't want that to happen. So mind you, I got a daughter. My daughter's going to reap the benefit, but her mama ain't reaping nothing. Right? She might get some extra money here and there if she takes me to court again. Right? But she ain't going to like reap the blessing if she, unless, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And God said, I had to allow that to happen. And it changed my perspective because there's times I was like, God, I was like, I'm a good dude. Why? He's like, I let it happen. I let it happen. And for some of us men, and this is not a he-man, woman hate, I definitely love black women. I love black women with all my heart and soul. Listen, you hear me? Listen, I love me some black women. No, for real. And it's not a fetish. I really genuinely love black women.
I got a fetish. You hear me?
I understand. I'm not judging.
Don't you?
I hear you. You knocking. I hear you.
Suck it out your teeth.
I will say this.
Come on, man.
They taste. If they take care of themselves, they taste good. I will say that.
Hey, bro, you got some more for him, or we gonna end it, man?
Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So we'll come to a close, but man, we want to make sure everybody can find your music, your social channels. Can you give them a rundown of where they can find you?
Absolutely. Everywhere except for X or Twitter, the name is different, but you can find me everywhere at Jarard Kenneth. Is JARARD Kenneth. Even if you go to my website, jarardkenneth.biz, it has a link to all my social medias. So even if you can't find me on Twitter, if you go to my website, it goes there. Excuse me, my Twitter or my X is J El Principe. Don't worry about it. Just go to my website.
El Principe.
El Principe, Jay the Prince, not in relation to Jay the Prince, but Jay the Prince. And
that's a hard name.
I'm just being a nerd. But y'all can find me there. Aside from like Twitter or X, you type that name in, you can find me anywhere. And I'm a cordial person. If you speak to me, I'm going to speak back. Right? You know what I'm saying? Don't be weird. Just if you, hey, what's up? Or hey, I got a question. You know what I'm saying? You want me to give you something encouraging? I'm really I like having like dialogue with people, especially as long as it's healthy dialogue.
Yeah.
Some chick was talking to me a couple of days ago. I was like, okay. Told me something. I was like, all right, bro.
Keep that same energy. Cut the Malarkey. We'll be right back on Bumpin 96.3.
Man, that's been our show. It's been a real eventful show. Thank y'all for coming to kick it with us and our special guest, Jarard Kenneth. Man, make sure y'all go check him out. Listen to Love Languages everywhere you get your music. Listen to your music, man. Hey, make sure you follow us. CutTheMalarkey.tv everywhere. That's Instagram, X, TikTok, all that good stuff. YouTube. Man, look, we need a like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. CutTheMalarkey.tv. Hey, and with the thought of the day, the word of the day, the inspiration for the day, none other than our special guest, Jarard Kenneth. What you got for him, big dog?
I'm going to keep it really brief. If you claim you love God, understand that God corrects whom he loves, and he wants the best for you. So let God be God over every aspect of your life. Let my story that I shared with you be a testament that if you really trust God and you partner up with God, you don't know what's going to happen next. It'll just blow your mind. So let God be God. Let him correct you where he needs to correct you because he loves you and he cares about you and he wants the best for you. That's what I got.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Hey,
Yes, sir.
We appreciate y'all for coming through, kicking with us, man. On behalf of Papa Lokiato, D-Terrell 217, and me, your boy Black Haven Mind, and Jarard Kenneth. We'll holler at y'all next Saturday at 4 o'clock. Holler at your boy.
Yeah.
Man, is this on?
Yes, bro.
Hey, Cut The Malarkey Radio on Bumpin 96.3 FM in Memphis. Bumpin963.com.
And make sure you follow CutTheMalarkey.tv everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Moco Space, Facebook, X, Black Planet, Musically, TikTok. Yeah.
Vine.
CutTheMalarkey.tv, baby.
Like, share, and comment. And subscribe.